Oklahoma City 911.
My boyfriend just found a dead body in our neighborhood.
Okay, where at?
On Chartel in between Southwest 31st and 32nd. There's kind of like a big old school looking building there. He said it's not in the middle of the road, but it's in the road. He almost stepped on him and he's freaked out now.
Is it north or south Chartel?
That's north or south Chartel.
Did you know that he was murdered before you saw that news story?
No.
Did you know that he was dead?
No.
Did you kill David Atchison?
No.
Do you know who did?
No.
Did you see his dead body?
No.
Who do you think killed David?
Keisha. I think she had something to do with it.
Who do you think killed David?
I honestly don't know who killed David, but I feel that Keisha had something to do with it.
Do you know of anyone else that has tried to kill him?
No.
Yes, I do.
Will you please state your full name for the record?
Keisha E. Jones.
In the last 5 years of David's life, do you know of anyone besides Keisha Jones who blacked his eyes?
No.
In the last 5 years of David's life, do you know anyone else who tried to stab him?
No.
In the last 5 years of David's life, do you know anyone besides Keisha Jones who was violent toward David?
No.
Did you know that Keisha Jones was the owner of an insurance policy on David's life?
I had no idea until I saw his life insurance policy that said Keisha Jones, the VA one.
The VA policy?
Yes.
Did you know that she had $250,000 in total life coverage on him through the Farmers New World Life?
No, I did not.
And I want to be sure that I understand your testimony. You saw him on Saturday, the 7th of January, 2017. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Oh, sorry. Okay.
And it was late evening of Saturday, January 7, into the early morning hour or hours of January 8 of 2017. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
What time was the last interaction that you had with him?
Had to be like 2 or 3 that morning. Somewhere along that line. I don't know the specific, but I just know it was around there.
What was your last conversation with him?
That for me to get some rest, to lay down, and that he'd call me later and that he loved me and he'd see me later.
Has Keisha said anything to you about whether you saw David the weekend of his murder?
Can you rephrase that?
Has Keisha mentioned to you that you saw David the weekend he was murdered?
This is truthfully. This is a truthful answer. Yes.
What did she say?
Can we take a break?
We cannot, not right now.
After I answer this question, we can take a break.
I'm going to have some more questions, I think, after you answer this. Please tell me what Keisha said.
Okay. It goes back to when you first asked me the question about him working on my headlights. She basically was trying to coerce me. And I know you know what the word coerce means.
I do.
To say yes to your question about the headlights.